Party do Dream Team. It's your boy Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Burger King banned in Australia. Here's why. I think I know why, but I want to see the video to see if there's any new information that I didn't know. I guess all I really know is the Burger King name was already taken in Australia, so they had to call it Hungry Jack's, and that's all I know about the story. Before we jump in, though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. What's the full story?
I'm trying to find a Burger King, but according to Google Maps, there are no Burger Kings in the whole of Australia.
Can I first just say that it is very rare. It's very rare that people are trying to find a Burger King. I'm sorry, Burger King. I don't mean to disrespect you like this. I don't mean to do you like this. Y'all just not top tier. And then the prices for the quality of the food is just, it's not it, Burger King. Catch me at Mickey D's. Catch me at Mickey D's. I'm not coming in.
Burger King?
Burger King.
Burger King. Burger King. Burger King.
Burger King. We do have lots of amazing things in Australia, like kookaburras and kangaroos, the Opera House, and we are known for lots of dangerous creatures like snakes and sharks and funnel web spiders. This one was in my...
And seawater crocs and so much, and blue ring octopus and dingoes and so much more.
A kitchen a few years ago.
Oh my God! Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, dog. What are you doing? No, don't do that.
That is disgusting. It bites its victims repeatedly and causes death within 15 minutes. But if you do decide to brave all that and come here, you will not find a Burger King. In fact, there was a long battle between the US and Australia over Burger King.
Really?
To understand why it was such a
I didn't know there was a battle that went on for it. Okay, talk to me.
big fight, we need to go back to the beginning. Burger King started in the US in 1954, and by the 60s there were hundreds of stores across America, and it was bought out by the flour company Pillsbury. And then from there it spread all across the world.
I did not know Burger King. So Burger King is owned by Pillsbury? I really didn't know that.
Encore meilleur que nos meilleurs burgers.
Burger King.
Пробуй сибирский кинг, а часть прибыли пойдет на восстановление лесов Сибири. Только в Бургер Кинг.
This is crazy. Ooh. Here's your jaw. Eat it. Eat like snake. Hey, shout out South Korea, bro, because this commercial is fire, bro. This ad is absolute fire.
The Burger King Triple Whopper! Eat like a snake! Whopper!
Oh my God, that was great. That might be the best Burger King ad I've ever seen, bro. To be honest, it might be the best Burger King ad I've ever seen.
Frischen Rucola und würzigen Grana Padano-Stückchen. Beste Zutaten ohne Geschmacksverstärker und Konservierungsstoffe für perfekten King-Genuss.
あなたらしい厄除けを。スパイシー厄除けワッパー。厄除けはバーガーキングで。
But when they wanted to come to Australia, they discovered a big problem. An American man called Don Durbin had moved to Australia many years before and found we had no fast food restaurants. So he started his own drive-through and also discovered the name Burger King had not been trademarked here. So he trademarked Burger King and called his restaurants that.
Dang.
By the time Burger King made it out here, Don already had 17 drive-in stores. But not to be deterred, Burger King bought the 17 stores, but they couldn't pay him enough to convince him to sell the trademark, so they couldn't use the name Burger King. About the same time...
So he let him buy out all the stores and then just... he said, y'all can't have that name though. Not that. It would have been enough bread that they put on the table. It would have been a number big enough for me to say, y'all can have the name.
Time that Don moved here, a Canadian called Jack Cowan also moved to Australia and noticed the lack of fast food restaurants. So he borrowed money from friends and family over in Canada and started a KFC franchise here in Australia. A few years later was when Burger King wanted to come, and because Jack had experience, they offered for him to be their master franchisee and spread Burger King throughout Australia. But obviously not being able to use the name, they gave him a list of other trademarks that Pillsbury already had and let him take his pick. Given that his name was Jack, he chose Hungry Jack, which is the brand on Pillsbury's pancakes, pancake sauces, and biscuits, or we would call them scones.
Hungry Jack biscuits are what big taste is all about.
Hungry Jack biscuits are the
Big tasting biscuit.
Hungry Jack biscuits,
Big tasting biscuit.
And if you think that's the end of the story, it's just the beginning.
I like that. I kind of like that name, Hungry Jacks. That's a dope name. Know what I'm saying? Like Hungry Jacks. Guess you don't need to be Burger King. You can be Hungry Jack.
Break to thank today's sponsor, Love and Pies.
We're gonna skip the
I've
sponsor.
been playing this game for a few weeks now, and it's got a good balance between story and gameplay. For the story part of it, you are following along with Android. Now back to Burger King. By 1990, Jack Cowan was doing great. He'd opened 30 Hungry Jack stores across Australia and was the biggest franchisee outside of the US. It was time for his master franchise agreement to be renegotiated with Burger King, and they made a few changes. They added in a development agreement which said he had to open 4 new stores every year across 3 particular states, and Burger King had to approve each of those stores.
Could I get a Whopper, please? Yes.
Meeting the development agreement was super easy. Business was booming in Australia, and seeing the profits, Burger King wanted in on the action. They offered to buy Jack out, or at least buy a majority share. But he didn't want to sell, so things got a little tense. Fast forward a couple of years after that, and the original trademark problem resolved. Don Durbin retired, and he let the trademark lapse. So Burger King snapped it up.
Wow.
Burger King then started opening Burger King restaurants in Australia at Shell service stations in direct competition with Jack, their own franchisee.
I swear to God.
Unfortunately for them, Hungry Jack's continued to do really well, better than the Burger King restaurant.
Yeah, it's too late for y'all to come in now. No, this Hungry Jack's was already set. It already had a reputation. You feel me? It already had name recognition. So now it's like, well, Burger King make the exact same food that Hungry Jack's make. So why would I switch? I'm just going to keep going to Hungry Jack's. It wouldn't make no sense for me to switch up. You feel me? So, too late, Burger King.
So then they put more pressure on. Remember that they had to approve new Hungry Jack's restaurants? Well, apparently they, whenever a Hungry Jack's came up for renewal, said that they had to do expensive renovations if they wanted to get their renewal through, which meant that quite a few of them had to close down.
That's crazy.
And as far as new restaurants, Jack was told he couldn't give new interested franchisees any documentation about becoming a Hungry Jack's franchise because the documentation was out of date. But they didn't give him any up-to-date documentation, which effectively put a freeze on any new restaurants opening by third-party franchisees. Now, if you also remember in that development agreement, Jack had to open 4 new restaurants every year, and he wasn't able to do that. So he was in breach of that agreement, and they wanted to terminate.
I'm telling you, these big corporations, they don't play by the rules, bro. They rig the game against you because they got so much money and they can basically do what they want. They just rig the game against you, bro. And my thing is also, the man who owned the trademark Burger King, if you were just going to let it, I know retirement, but dang, you could have sold that name and got paid a lot of money for that name. Why would you not sell the name? Just let it go out of date and let them have it for free. But yeah, I don't like when big companies try to rig the game and bully franchisees or anybody who isn't as big as them.
His contract. Now, Jack reckoned if they hadn't have blocked him, he could have opened 14 new restaurants every year. So he took them to court.
Good job,
it was a
Jack.
long and expensive court case. Jack had already spent $8 million on it, and he estimated that Burger King had spent between 50 and 100 million. So he was getting worried because if he lost the court case and had to pay all of their legal fees, that's a lot of money. And we all know that Burger King likes to win.
Yeah.
A very important message from Burger King.
Winning isn't everything, but it sure is fun.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
After a long time looking at all the evidence, the judge made a decision, and Jack won the court case. He was awarded $70 million in damages. Fast forward to today, and he is 81 years old. He has an estimated net worth of $2.1 billion, not just from Hungry Jack's, but other amazing business deals that he did over his time. And he still goes into the office every single day.
When I came to Australia, I had great admiration for starting from scratch, for those that also did that. Private companies, building every dollar goes back into the business. How do we expand and grow? I also have respect for those that, it's kind of the opposite somewhat of the analogy of those that are building a business, but they do it without great reward financially. And as I say, the school teachers in life, those people donate their life for others. They do it without kind of a system of reward. They do it for the rest of the world and to try and make this a better place to live. So I also have respect for them as people that I've got to know and have influenced my life.
I absolutely love that, Jack. Absolutely love it.
What a legend. Also, these are legends. These are my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you would like more videos like this, make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff that tells the algorithm that you liked this sort of video. Make it a great week by being kind to others, and I'll see you on Friday.
That was really dope. That was a really dope story that I had no idea. All I know is the copyright or the name was owned already, so they couldn't use that name. I thought Burger King was in control of Hungry Jack's, but it was a franchisee that was really making everything shake. Shout out Jack. But that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon and drop it in the comment section. It's your boy Neal. Out.